Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is the highly anticipated Teddy Bees haul video from the most recent pre-order. This arrived this morning. I brought it inside to come up to room temperature, and I have not smelled anything in here. The only thing I've done is open up the box, because you know that's kind of cumbersome on camera. And it comes beautifully packaged. I'll just get into it. It comes beautifully packaged with the brown craft paper crumbles, the beautiful bubble wrap, you know, that encapsulates everything, and then her beautiful little business card, which I think, is this new this time? I'm not sure. This is my fourth haul, believe it or not. Fourth time buying from Teddy Bees. And I honestly don't remember if this was the business card from last time or not. But it's very sleek. It's very modern. Has her name on the back, owner, and her emails and websites and the Facebook group information. But Tiffany Smith from Houston, Texas owns Teddy Bees. Teddy Bees is fantastic. Has run up into my life and is in the second spot of my favorite vendors out there. I have several that are up there near the top, but the last few times Tiffany has just blown us away with the blends that she's offered, and the performance is amazing. The complexity of the scents, it's what keeps me coming back for more. So let's get started. It's Monday night here in Utah. And this craft paper, I like it, but this drives my cat crazy. And I find it all over the place. So I'm going to try my best to keep it kind of condensed in the box. But that's okay. Poppy's my baby. She can do whatever she wants. So, okay. I have not smelled any of these. Like I said, I wanted to do this live on camera because, you know, that anticipation is always fun too. So I'm just going to grab and go. Okay. First one, Sweet Spot. I will say I got all souffles. I got 17, I think, 17 souffles. And I'm finding that if I'm in love with a scent, which, I mean, I love all of them mostly, but if I'm really in love with a scent and I can't be without it, like Witches Be Crazy. Witches Be Crazy is my favorite scent I've smelled in all of wax. Any vendor, hard wax, softer wax, Walmart wax, my other favorite vendor out there, Witches Be Crazy is my favorite blend of anything. So I have loaves of that, and I do buy loaves of that. But I'm finding I can get 16 pieces out of a souffle because less is more. At least in my experience in my home, with my hot plate warmers, with my Accord, with my tea lights, less is more. I do put a little bit extra into my tea lights because, you know, they do warm up so hot. I can get 16 pieces out of a souffle, and that's amazing. And sometimes, depending on if it's a lighter scent, I will cut maybe 12 pieces out of a souffle, but I really try to do 16. That's me, that's my preference, and that's what I found works for me. Less is more. So let's get into the wax. Sweet Spot. These notes: butterscotch, warm snickerdoodle cookies, pecan waffles, and vanilla cream. I try to get everything that has pumpkin pecan waffles in it, and I will say there were some blends this time of Witches Be Crazy that I only think I only grabbed one because I wanted to branch out and try some ones that that are brand new to me. I mean, most of these are new to me. There's one, I think it's a repurchase, but I wanted to try some different ones. But let's see what this is like. I'm going to pull every one of these out here because they're decorated so beautifully. This is some, butterscotch color. This is butterscotch colored and some tan or brown sprinkles on there. And some smaller sprinkles. You can see it there if I move it in the light. This, oh my goodness, this is butterscotch. Butterscotch. Rich, creamy, decadent, that heavy cream, that sugar, that caramelization. This is it. This is oh so good. I am getting snickerdoodles too. This kind of reminds me of Sugared Snickerdoodle by Bath and Body Works, but this is better. This is richer. It has more butterscotch to it. Sugared Snickerdoodle doesn't have butterscotch in it that I'm aware of. It's warm cookies and vanilla and the sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. But this is nice. This is a great, warm, homey, comforting cookie blend that makes you think you're baking. This is nice. I really am happy I grabbed that one. I'm not getting so much pumpkin pecan waffles, but you do have that caramelization. You do have that warmth that blend does give you. But this is right out the gate. You're batting a lot. I don't know baseball. You know how to say baseball's you're batting good, batting bad, but she's a home run. So that's what I'll say. Okay. Oh my goodness. The Perfect Holiday. This is her rendition of Perfect Christmas by Bath and Body Works. Perfect Christmas is right up there next. Actually, Perfect Christmas is my favorite Bath and Body Works candle at Christmas time, followed by Sugared Snickerdoodle, which I talked about with this guy here. But this Perfect Holiday is fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallows. And I really love that she puts the date on here that these were poured. Sweet Spot was poured on October 25th, so he's a little bit newer. This one was poured on October 1st, so he's ready to go. He's cured, he's ready to go. So this one here, oh, is that nice? And it's so pretty too. This just screams holiday, and I love the red and the white. My decoration, my tree, my decor are candy canes and anything in the red and white department. I have red and white in my kitchen and my downstairs, and I'm a matchy color type of person. And this just makes me think of Christmas. And this really, she has hit the nail on the head. This is really, really close to Perfect Christmas candle. So if you like that, give this a try. I might even buy a second souffle of this just because it's my favorite candle. I'm getting a little bit of the pine, but it's not air freshener. It's not bathroom pine. It's not toilet cleaner pine. It's not like smelling sap if you're cutting a tree down pine, but it does have that freshness that the pine and the tree does give. And I'm getting a little bit of that cinnamon sugar, but it's blended just perfectly. This takes a long time to blend because pine can go so tree, so piney so quickly. And this is really good, Tiffany. Excellent blend. Great. I love, and on the bottom, I'm not going to take all of these out. Actually, I'm not going to take any of them out of here just because sometimes there's the glitter and the sprinkles and the larger bits of glitter that just fall everywhere. And I like to see that when I'm chopping it and melting it in my dishes. But on the bottom, there's always a pretty surprise. She always decorates the bottom with glitter, with sprinkles, with larger decorations, whatever you want to call it, and the bottoms are pretty too. So some of them are solid, but most part there's a little bit of that dainty attention to detail that a lot of us appreciate. Next, the North. I've seen the North have a lot of hype the last couple of days since you all have been getting your orders. I will say, I think, she did a little bit of a Game of Thrones theme for some of these. I am one in the world that's never seen Game of Thrones. It's on our list for both my husband and I to watch, but it takes so much dedication to watch it since it is such a long show, and it's not just the mindless TV you can put on and listen to. I really like to watch my shows when I watch them. So Game of Thrones, I'm gonna watch it. Anyways, the North. Vanilla balsam type, Palo Santo, marshmallow fireside type, and a hint of smoldering firewood. Let's see what this guy's like. Oh, that's nice. The first thing off the bat that I'm getting with this, and you can see the brown with the green and a little bit of the same, it looks like the same glitter that's on the butterscotch one. But this one, right off the bat, this is sweet smoky to me. It's definitely marshmallow fireside. And I'm getting a little deeper smoky. You know, Marshmallow Fireside is sweet smoky. This is an extra pop of smoky, but not campfire, not a bonfire, not walking outside when someone's burning limbs or leaves and you have that obvious smokiness. Not like that to me. This is a sweeter smoky. I'm getting a little bit of the vanilla balsam. I bet that come out a little bit more on warm, since vanilla balsam strengthens as it gets warm. I've had a few of the candles, and that's my experience with it. The balsam just intensifies when it's warmed. So I hope this one will be the same. This is nice. The Palo Santo, I'm getting a little bit of that too, but that one always comes alive on warm too. I like this one. That is sweet smoky. Train's gonna go by here. I've lived here for 7.5 years. Well, 7 years. Yeah, Halloween we closed on our house on Halloween 7 years ago. So I still don't know the train schedule. It's a cold train that goes back and forth. So you know, I don't really know the train schedule. If I did, I would try to time my filming around that, but it is what it is. Okay. And I didn't notice the labels. They all have a watermark on them of it looks like it's not a snowflake, it's the branches of the little bit of, not weeds, but the little bit of flowers or such. It's hard to see on camera here, but you can see the little bit of watermark. Just that attention to detail is spectacular. I really like to point out those things and give them the attention they deserve. So this one, white pumpkin and birch. White pumpkin, warm spices, sandalwood, amber, love amber. Vanilla birch and cedar, love cedar. This one has been talked about a little bit on the page the last few days. Okay, this one is very reminiscent of white pumpkin from Bath and Body Works with a little bit of pine. Not heavy pine, but a little bit of pine. Why did I say pine? I don't mean pine, I mean birch. Man, tree, you know, excuse me, forgive me. This is, some of these you have to think about. I'm trying to think about how to describe these to you because they're very, some of these are complex. But white pumpkin definitely is a warm, creamy, it's not pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice. It has its own pumpkin, and it's its own warm spices. But I'm getting a little bit of nutmeg, a very, very small hint of cinnamon. Sandalwood is in the background, and amber is very well blended with cedar and the birch. The birch is a nice wood. I really do like birch. But this, if you like white pumpkin, you'll like this one. I tried my best to describe that one. I feel bad when I struggle on some of these, but I do the best I can. Okay. Next. Ooh. The Night Before Christmas. This one is flannel sheets. Oh, this is already going to be great. Flannel sheets, warm cashmere and vanilla, blended with the scent of Christmas trees. White pumpkin and birch was poured on October 15th. The North was poured on October 28th, so he's a little bit newer. And this guy was poured on October 18th. So, let's see. Ooh, this one's interesting. This one is just some simple blue, a little bit of silver. Flannel sheets and pine. That's what this is. Flannel sheets, which is that nice laundry, but it's not overbearing laundry. It's not putting your nose in a laundry detergent bottle or a fabric softener bottle. But it's that clean, that crisp, that freshly laundered smell. And the cashmere gives that little bit of softness, that little bit of comfort. The vanilla is there to sweeten it up, of course. And then I get that little bit of hint of pine, but this is wonderful. This is a nice, fresh, relaxing blend. That one is It's very unique in the fact that I haven't smelled anything remotely like that before, because it like I said, it doesn't overpower with the laundry and doesn't overpower with the tree. It's a beautiful seamless balance of all the blends, all of the oils that are in this one. Great job with this one. Okay. Next. Woo! Morning Cup of Christmas. This was poured on September 29th, so boy, he's ready to go. This is vanilla chai, cranberry chutney, apple marmalade, and a hint of fresh pine. Some of these I branched out of what I typically get to try to get a little bit of a eclectic blend. But that's one here. It's pretty. Very pretty. This is definitely... I'm not getting so... It's not spicy like chai is. I'm really getting the apple marmalade. Really getting apple marmalade. But it's mixed so beautifully with cranberry. I can't tell where the cranberry starts and the apple starts. You know, it's like it's one fruit, like a cran apple. It's one fruit. And it's... I'm not getting too much pine, but he might come alive on warm, of course. And the chai... just the slightest baby hint of spice, but this is mostly cranberry and apple, but it's very subtle. It's definitely, it'll be a nice throw. It's not soft to where I can't smell it very well, but this is very subtle, it's elegant. I'll say that, elegant. And this one, I said this one was poured already on September 29th. So let's get this one back in the bag. Hope everyone's Monday has gone well. It's Monday. This time next week, I will be in pain because my surgery's next Monday. But I'm putting good vibes out there. Finally, not finally, I have lots to go. This next one is, it's fall, y'all. It's fall, y'all. This is Marshmallow Fireside, Sweet Cinnamon, orange zest, leaves, brown sugar, and vanilla. All those quintessential fall scents that a ton of us love are in this little baby here. Ooh, that's different. This one is just simple brown with some stars, some copper colored glitter, and some gold glitter. The aesthetic is beautiful. Boy, this one's hard to describe, but I will say the first things that are popping out to me is brown sugar. Brown sugar and cinnamon, definitely. A little itty bitty hint of the citrus from the orange zest. Little itty bitty hint. This is a very hard one to describe because it's simple on paper, but it's complex to the nose, which I love those types of things. I don't like all the cookie cutter, you know, simple ones that we've smelled 1,000 times. I like different stuff. And Teddy Bees has definitely given me that. These are some blends I have never thought to mix these together before, and I've never smelled anything like this. So that's why I keep coming back for more. So I definitely get, I told you, brown sugar, cinnamon, a little bit of orange zest. Marshmallow Fireside, it's the creaminess of it is there. I'm not getting necessarily that unmistakable smoky sweetness that is Marshmallow Fireside. But this is, I wonder, this one was poured on September 28th, so he's ready to go. This is just a comforting, warm blanket of fall. And I really like this one. That's a nice one. Another tough one to describe. Man, that's a compliment, I think. You know, if it's really hard to put into words sometimes, you know. Next one, Pumpkin Queen. Pumpkin Queen. Fresh pumpkin, clove, bourbon, toasted oak, vanilla santal, pistachio, finished with cashmere and cocoa butter. This one is, you know what drew me to this one was fat pistachio, because I love pistachio. But I knew this is not going to be the cherry pistachio that a lot of people don't like. This is the creamy, the actual nut pistachio. This one was poured on October 17th. So this one, Very, very creamy. Rich in the creaminess. I'm getting cocoa butter, and I'm getting a little bit of that perfuminess of the Chantal, but not perfume like, oh, it smells like ladies' perfume. It's just, it's pretty. It's a pretty scent. And I'm getting the creaminess of the pistachio, just the tiniest hint of that bourbon and oak. Bourbon makes everything better. I mean, in life and in wax. That little bit of something extra that you're not really expecting. And sometimes I forget about bourbon and oak. You know, if I'm trying to blend things or requesting blends or making customs, I forget about those things. And they give a little bit of warmth to something without overpowering the whole entire blend. It's a great accent. And this one, the creamy pumpkin, it's not spicy. It's not heavy, spicy, pumpkin spicy. In fact, I don't really get much of the clove. And clove, of course, it must be just a dab of clove because I'm not getting any of that. And the cocoa butter, it adds to the creaminess factor too. This is well done. This is well done. It's a pumpkin scent, but it's not pumpkin spice. It's not pumpkin pie. It's not pumpkin bakery. It's a different rendition of pumpkin. And it's fantastic. I don't have very many complaints with Teddy B's stuff. I like it all. Okay, I'm going to shift that over there. Next guy. Cashmere Winter. Sweater weather, cashmere cotton, and cashmere cedar. I got this because sweater weather takes over everything it's mixed with. So I really wanted to see what she did with this to see if that strength of the sweater weather, which I love sweater weather. I don't like it on my body, and I don't like the body, the Bath and Body, the soaps, the creams. I don't like it on my body, but I do like the home fragrance oil. It changes it to my nose. So this one is pretty with a little bit of silver in the blue. This was poured on October 22nd. Yes, this is sweater weather. This is sweater weather. But I get a little bit of the cotton from the cashmere cotton and a touch of that cedar. It's coming through, and I have no doubt that this one, when it's warmed up, that cotton and that cedar will come alive even more. Because on first sniff, you're like, oh, it's sweater weather. It's a sweater weather blend. But more analysis, lack of a better term, this is beautiful, Tiffany. This is beautiful. This is nice. Oh, this one is almost ready to be chopped up for me because that's going to go in my Christmas tote to be melted in the wintertime. This is a beautiful fragrance. Very, very well done. Very balanced. You did it. The sweater weather is there, but you also managed to bring out those other ones too. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, next. Bakery. It's been a minute since I've had outright bakery. I did break out of my bakery shell, but I think I have a lot of bakery still left in here. Milk, cookies, and eggnog. Creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, butter cookie dough, and buttered rum eggnog. Love eggnog. Love buttered rum. Her milk and cookies is fantastic. Okay, this one is just that beautiful creamy cookie dough batter. Damn, this is good. I'm getting mostly the milk and cookies. I'm not getting too much eggnog, but let me smell a little bit more. This reminds me, honestly, this reminds me of Sandy's, the cookies. Sandy's, the cookies, or even very slight, the Danish butter cookies, you know, the Royal Dansk, and I think that's how you say it, in the blue tins that are out this time of year. Reminds me of that. That creaminess, that butteriness to it. Man, is this good. I'm not getting eggnog, but that buttered rum. This is a winner. This is good. This is good Poppy saying hi. Her paws under the door. I can see her out of the corner of my eye. This is so good. That butter cookie dough. Definitely. If you like Sandies, if you like Danish butter cookies, if you like anything like that, you would like this. And eggnog, I'm not getting too much eggnog, but hopefully it just adds to the creaminess factor and it comes out a little bit on warm. But if it doesn't, this is fantastic. I'm perfectly happy with this smelling like it does. It's delicious goodness. This is a repeat buy for me. This is Christmas trees and cream with crushed candy canes. Oh, sorry. Milk cookies and eggnog was poured on September 30th, so it's ready to go. And this Christmas trees and cream blend was poured on October 22nd. This one, oh, this is so good. I think, and it's the candy cane color, the red and white. I think Tiffany offered just the Christmas trees and cream, which I haven't had. I've only had it mixed with crushed candy canes. And it gives that, I think I'm going to get a souffle of the Christmas trees and cream just to have that pine and the cream. But I will say that candy cane, this is perfect on its own like this. And I see so much why this is such a popular hit with all of you that like this type of this family. And that peppermint is so creamy. It's not knock you down peppermint, but it graces it very, very nicely. Creamy, candy cane, perfection. This is wonderful. Very good. This could be melted all year round. That is so good. That's why I bought another souffle. Okay. Pumpkin season. We had pumpkin queen, and this is pumpkin season. This is rich cake infused with pumpkin spice, creamy vanilla coffee. Oh, coffee. Oat milk creamer, brown sugar, and Palo Santo. This one's going to be fantastic. I already know it. Oh, man. That is... Okay. This is simple, creamy. I wouldn't call it beige, but it's a creamer color with a little bit of orange. Okay, definitely getting coffee. It's not knock you down coffee, but this is a coffee blend. But if you like oat milk, this has oat milk vibes to it because, you know, there is oat milk in here. Oat milk, brown sugar, you have the spices. I have not so much the cake, but I can tell there's a little bit of bakery in here. But this is definitely the first sniffs are pumpkin spice, that coffee, and the oat milk. So the Palo Santo, not getting it too much on the cold, but the brown sugar there to sweeten it up nicely. This is a great one. I'm glad I picked this one up. I don't have too much of Tiffany's coffee. There are some on my list for the ready to ship that I'm going to try that I didn't buy at the pre-order. My list was bigger than this. I had to cut it down by a few, and one that didn't make the cut here is I think it's Tiff's favorite lavender and something. I'm going to try that out because I love coconut milk and lavender, and I think that's part of her favorite lavender. So I'm going to give that one a try, definitely, and I'm definitely going to be buying more of some of these here. Not sure which ones yet, but I'm thinking. Okay, Winterfell. This is sugarcane, rosemary, blue spruce, teakwood, sweet mint, Palo Santo, and light florals. This is interesting. This one was poured on September 30th. Okay, take this one out. Winter, think of blue. This has that beautiful iridescence to it. That a little bit of snowflakes there in the glitter. And okay, this one's going to be really hard to describe. But it's nice. This... blue spruce, followed by teakwood. just the softest touch of mint. A little bit of greenery. I wouldn't, my nose, and that might be the rosemary actually. A little bit of green. I wouldn't call it floral. This is not a flower blend, but it's got a little bit of greenery to it. The blue spruce is definitely right there. But it's not bathroom pine. It's not cleaner pine. It's not tree sap pine. Or Christmas tree pine, I should say. It's a different. These ones I'm trying really hard to describe these. And some of them I fall flat on until I can really... This is a beautiful fragrance. And what I've told you is pretty much the best way I can describe it. And the more I'm smelling it, the more that the mint is simmering there when I'm inhaling it. It's blue spruce, teakwood, green, not so much Palo Santo. The little bit of the rosemary. Just a hint. Rosemary will blow you out of the house. Rosemary is very, very strong. But blended correctly, like this is a very nice scent. It's a sophisticated, different scent. That's the best I can do with that one, guys. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Next. Oak cider and woods. This one's got a lot of talk too. This is warm mulled cider, cedar, oak, vanilla, toasted marshmallows, pine cones, and smoked woods. This was poured on 10/23. Let's take him out. The beautiful, like natural colored with a little bit of glitter on top there. This is great. I'm thinking of how to say it. Mulled cider. Definitely there. It's not too apple. It's not really apple. It's more the spices, the mulling spices. Pine cones and smoked woods. But just a hint, not a ton. It's not a tree scent. It's not an outdoorsy scent. It's a nice balance of cedar and mulled spices. The toasted marshmallow is there. The vanilla is there for sweetness. Boy, this one's a hard one to describe too. These complex ones. I'm getting a little bit of woodsiness from the cedar and the oak. Definitely, definitely. So the mulled cider, the spices, and the cedar and the oak and the pine cones are in the forefront for this one. This is nice. I'm glad I have this one because I'm going to let this cure, because I mean it's only a few weeks old really. I'm going to let this cure a little bit more, and then in one of my warming videos when it's ready to be talked about, hopefully I can do a little bit more justice to this. I'm trying my best here. But yeah, this one is complex but beautiful scent. Okay. Milk, cookies, and zucchini bread. I love zucchini bread. This is our milk and cookies blended with warm zucchini bread. And I think milk and cookies is the creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, and butter cookie dough. With zucchini bread. I love zucchini bread. Oh man, this is pretty much her. This is her, the colors here, the camo colors of the silver, the green, the brown, and the white. Her zucchini bread is extremely creamy to me. It's not spicy at all. It's creamy. So this is a supremely creamy scent. And it's milk and cookies, but right in the background you have that creaminess of the zucchini bread that adds that little bit of spice, but mostly creamy. This is fantastic. This makes me want to go and eat a gallon of ice cream. It really does. It reminds me of the creaminess of a really rich, fattening ice cream. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, coming down to the end here, guys. Witches Be Crazy for Blueberry. And I know she offered quite a few Witches Be Crazy blends this time. I think there was Witches Be Crazy for blueberries. There was Witches Be Crazy for Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Witches Be Crazy for apple spice. Witches Be Crazy for beach treats. And I think maybe that's it, or there was one more. But I have a plan to get a couple of those in the ready to ship. I think I'm going to try the Cupcakes at Tiffany's if I can. And then possibly the beach treats. I have a lot of her blends from the last few pre-orders and ready to ships that are beach treats. So I wanted to get blueberries because I don't have any of her blueberry stuff. But Witches Be Crazy is my favorite. I already talked about this. It's my favorite blend, favorite scent of any vendor out there. Vendor, retail, any out there is my favorite scent. It's perfect. It's perfect. This birthday cake. Pecan waffles, sugar cookie dough, and a pinch of cinnamon, spiced vanilla, blended with sweet blueberries. This was poured on 10/27, so he's a couple weeks old. Sorry, my back is itching. Okay. Witches Be Crazy, but you have that nice pop of blueberry, that juicy blueberry, that it's not artificial. Blueberry, I'm not a fan of blueberry sugar. Blueberry sugar is too candy. It's too artificial to me. I like my blueberries to smell authentic, or bakery blueberries, and even some blueberry muffin scents I've had out there can be a little artificial. This is not. This is authentic blueberry. That juicy baked blueberry scent. You know, blueberries take on a different identity when they're in a batter and they warm and they pop open, and it's just fantastic. And you know, this is good. This, I might even get this in a tub. This is fantastic. This is really, really good. And I should have got all the Witches Be Crazy blends, but I didn't want to go overboard. But oh, this is fantastic. If you like Witches Be Crazy and blueberries, I'm sure you already bought this one. But if you haven't, grab it. You will be happy. And finally, my last one. I mean, I have my little sample in here, but my last one. House of Dragons. And this is the one that she originally had a hint of cinnamon, a hint of peppermint and cinnamon, but here she has, wait a minute, is this, she said, I don't remember exactly what her post is, but she had to, how she originally had it, she either had more cinnamon than peppermint or more peppermint than cinnamon, and she had to flip-flop them. So I'm just going to read the label here. This is Palo Santo, vanilla balsam, fallen leaves, peppermint, and a hint of cinnamon. So whether it's hint of cinnamon or hint of peppermint, I want to say, if I remember right, she had to put more cinnamon and peppermint than peppermint because the peppermint was just too, it was changing the scent too much. So I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. If I am, I apologize. But I think that's what I remember reading. This one, another Game of Thrones. This is spectacular. That's the beautiful color there, the gray, the red, and the black. Vanilla balsam, peppermint, a little bit of cinnamon. This kind of smells like the perfect Christmas, but it has the complexity of the fallen leaves and the Palo Santo. This is good. This is spectacular, like I said. It's hard to describe this. These really tough ones that are complex, and I've said this 1,000 times this video, but they're really tough to describe, and I'm really trying my best to be descriptive in this. The cinnamon is not hot cinnamon. It's not sweet cinnamon. It's just a grace, just a sprinkling, just a little tender touch. Peppermint is not too cooling, not candy cane, not essential oil, but it's there. I can see what she means. If she puts too much peppermint, it takes it to a mint place or a peppermint candy place, and she didn't want that. So the Palo Santo is there. You have that sultriness from the Palo Santo, that woodsy, that creaminess. The vanilla balsam too. Vanilla balsam is such a versatile, great fragrance. A little bit of pine, but it's not pine sol, it's not tree, it's not air freshener. This is spectacular. Really, really, really good. And my sample is Toil and Trouble. Let's see. This smells like, I looked at her pre-order list earlier today just to refresh myself. I looked at my email to see what I ordered, because I forgot what I really ordered because I was seeing all your posts and I wanted to see, oh, did I get that? Oh, did I get that? And I think I saw Toil and Trouble is pumpkin spice latte. This is definitely a coffee blend. I don't remember what else is in it, but I do remember this has coffee in it because I thought, oh, I didn't really get a lot of coffee, but then I did get the pumpkin season that has that coffee in it here too. But this one, it smells like pumpkin spice latte with a little bit of extra spice. That's what this smells like. So that's my ready to ship. Not yet. That's my pre-order from Teddy Bees. I tried really, really hard to do these blends justice, and some of these are just, they're lost for words because they're just so tough to put into words because they're so beautiful. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Tiffany, for the time and the expertise that you have and your craft. You're perfect at your craft. So thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon.